why me? Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the More Than Just Muscles podcast with you boys, or your mans, how you want to call it.
I don't know if anybody calls it your man's.
I know, right? But boys is like low T, and we are not low T. We are
Very true.
definitely not low T.
Very true. I had a dude. I have a TikTok doing kind of well right now, but I said, I get it, bro. A doctor looked me in the eyes too after telling me that my test levels below 200 looked good or whatever, and some dude was on there and was like, why would doctors like don't want to prescribe testosterone, like why are they so hard-headed about it? And I literally just commented back, I said low T equals easy to control.
I mean, it is a fact.
Yeah.
If you look at all the people that are either quoting and living by the researchers or actually with an ounce of curiosity and going against the current, there's like about 500 micrograms of testosterone difference. Yeah.
And same people, by the way, will be the ones who will be like, you can take gear and grow and not do any workouts. Okay. All right, dude. I argued with people all day one day for that.
They will go then and watch these studies of saying like these two men, one took placebo, one took testosterone and grew, I don't know, 10 or 20 pounds of muscle without doing any exercises.
Yeah.
And it's like...
And there's also like no way. Training is such a massive part of this process, and it's like, who's to say, like, you can take gear and train like shit and not get very far. Tons of people do that. So it's like, you're not, I don't find it very easy to regulate how hard someone's training. Like, this would need to be like people don't know what, like, I see people in the gym every single day, never touched a set to failure in their life. And you can tell. So it's like taking people and like being like, okay, we're going to give these guys testosterone, and these guys are going to work out, and these guys are, yeah, but these guys probably worked out like shit. We don't know, So,
do you think Jay Cutler trained a failure with his higher volume?
Like all the way, completely?
Yeah.
What was he doing?
Just like higher volume sets, like so like Dorian is like what we do, like very low volume intensifiers and just top sets, like 2 top sets, but then Cutler was doing more of like 15 to 20 rep range, stuff like that.
Don't you?
Huh?
Don't you?
15 to 20?
Like, are you just because it's 15 reps, are you going to not take it to failure?
No, I do, but I don't do like 4 sets of each exercises.
Yeah, I know. I mean, neither do I.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Jay Cutler did. So do you think like to keep that rep range consistent, would he reach to failure every single set? This is just out of curiosity, actually, not.
I would say more likely yes. I mean, simply just for the fact of, I mean, there's nobody at the top, especially that level, that doesn't like training and doesn't have some deep-rooted, like for me, it's not, I don't want to go in there and like, just like do a few, it's got to be painful, So I don't think that would even be a training style he would entertain if he wasn't.
Yeah, this is just for me to prove a point of like, even when people say like, oh, I'm doing higher volumes, like still take your fucking sets to failure.
Yeah.
Or close to it.
Absolutely.
You're just using lower weight and doing higher reps, but
yeah,
effort still has to be there. Speaking of effort, actually nothing to do with effort, but I have situations where like, actually I'm going to ask your opinion. What do you feel, or how do you feel when clients constantly ask to add different things to a protocol? Like, oh, what about adding this? What about adding that? And it's like,
are we talking food? Are we talking exercises? Are we talking supplements?
We're talking supplements, yeah.
Supplements, like supplements are like peptide PED supplements.
Anything. Supplements, super subs, prescriptions, like whatever it is to address an issue that is currently addressed, but in the expectations or maybe the wants of speeding up the process.
Yeah, so they think that putting this in is going to fix the problem faster, is what you're saying? So, I mean, number one, I'm going to say why, right? Why you tell me why you want to put this in, okay? They tell you, then if that's wrong, I'm going to explain why that's wrong. And if it's, if it's correct, then obviously there's either one or two options there. Either I fucked up and I'm like, oh, yeah, we should have that in, which hopefully is not the case, or there's a reason I didn't put that in there, and then I'll just explain my reasoning behind that. Past that, it's like they can believe you or not. Like at that point, that's the, okay, if you're not going to listen to me, like, why are you hiring me if you think you know better? So after the first and the second step, if there's still pushback, it's like that would be my go-to. I've said that to people, like, okay, why did you hire me then? If you want to throw all those things in, I've explained to you why. If I can't explain why I don't want that in, that's a different story. You have a right to
Yeah.
ask,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Absolutely. Do you think this happens out of a let's say a trend of like wanting to be somewhat in control on in their aspect, or what do you think this could happen?
I hadn't
Because if
thought
it
about it like
happens
that.
constantly, I doubt is out of a sense of curiosity.
Yeah, I mean, I hadn't thought about the control part, but again, that comes down to that's all the tough part because that side is on them. They have to make sure that they are ready to give up complete
Yeah.
control because you don't know why you wouldn't be here if you knew what you were doing like that. They have to get that through their own head. No amount of us like explaining that can happen. But I mean, there's that. Then there's also like even if someone hires you, I've had clients do it to me like, hey, so and so posted about this, this, and this. What do you think about doing this? Right? There's that. They could have seen that on online somewhere, like, oh, this supplement's going to do this, and it's could be complete bullshit.
Mm.
There could be a few things, but I mean, the control thing I hadn't thought about.
I mean, when it's like a curiosities thing, yeah, obviously it's,
Yeah,
or when they send you say, what do you think about this and this? Like they send you a post, whatever. Absolutely, worth considering options. Like nothing's
yeah,
off the
yeah,
table, right? But I just feel like when it's constantly trying to send suggestions, wink, or even when they ask like too many questions about the protocol, I just feel like there's a line that needs to be drawn because
hmm
either it's an insecurity or like just their controlling tendencies, like wanting to take over and have that sense of like, oh well, at least we're still doing something that I suggested and that I can still
hmm
suggest things that we will do, which actually can, even if the intentions are good, it can still backfire and slow the whole process. So it's
hmm
just like, yeah, I mean, like you said, it's you hired me for a reason, but if you cannot give the control up, then
I don't know what to tell you. Yeah.
yeah, honestly, like you can save yourself some money and try whatever thing you want.
Well, did I send you the like I had a client that was just like, oh my doctor said I shouldn't take this, this, and this, and I'm just like, okay, but your your doctor didn't work. That's why we got on the phone. So, you know, we're, haven't really done anything I've asked anyways already. I don't know if we've had 1 week where it was like, hey, we hit the plan. And then you say like, oh, well, my doctor also said not to take these supplements. It's like, all right.
Here we go again.
So basic, so they were just basic supplements too. But I that's my
Even though
big thing.
some
It's just like,
things could conflict with some prescriptions, unfortunately,
yeah, 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 of course.
like
That
that's
wasn't the
that,
case, but
yeah, no, but I mean, like I've seen it before, where it's like, we were taking XYZ supplements, and then they had to go to the doctor for their own thing, and they were prescribed something that would make sense for their scenario. And it's like, yeah, but the doctor told me that I have to stop taking these things because it could conflict. I'm like, fair enough.
yeah, 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 yeah.
In
Yeah.
that
And
case,
that's why when it comes to medications too, like anytime, like I had a client who came in and she was, I mean, she was taking a multitude of things.
uh,
Immediately, I put that into, talk to Lindsay about what to and not to, because when it comes to medications, that's an area where I'm, not 100%,
yeah.
there's a lot of fucking medications out there that do a lot of different things. So
Shout out to
always
LP.
want to make sure. Huh?
Shout
Yeah.
out to LP.
Always.
Yeah, and then
Always.
the other one that this I already knew from this other client, but it's unbelievable every time that she brings it up because it's incredible that they actually did this. She was just, oh yeah, you have IBS and acid reflux. Here's some PPIs, and this was post-COVID, and no explanation, no further test done. Just like,
Yeah.
oh, I have XYZ symptoms. Oh, yep, this is what you have. PPIs. And she was on them for like a minute, and I'm like, how? In whose
Mm-hmm.
mind? And but and then,
Explain what those do too.
huh?
Explain what the PPIs do.
Well, PPIs for people thinking, for people. So when you have constant acid reflux, they will prescribe PPIs to
Mm-hmm.
lower stomach acid, thinking it's because of higher stomach acid. But majority of times, and we're talking at least 9 out of 10 times, you have
Maybe
acid
more.
reflux because your esophagus, your how do you pronounce esophagus splinter, whatever.
Uh, esophageal sphincter.
There you go. Thank you. My
Yeah.
Argentinian takes over. What he said is not closed, so whatever stomach acid, whatever amount of stomach acid you have is coming up, and it's usually not closed because you don't have enough. So when you, on top of that, you take a PPI to lower it
And
even
lower it.
more, you are leaving your stomach without stomach acid at all, and then digestion can barely happen. Food breakdown is absolute dog shit. So food it's still in your
Fermentation.
stomach. That's when it ferments, and that's when then it translates and transits into SIBO, another gut dysbiosis, which is absolutely awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now you have to fix the overgrowth, the poor motility, and the stomach acid, which it's just adding more things to the list, which it
And
should
it's
be
such an easy
unnecessary.
thing. It's like if you're dealing with any of that stuff, just try drinking, ACV and like the Gut Health drink every morning
Yes, but
first. At least try that.
then there's scenarios where when you have either candida or
Ulcers.
H. pylori or ulcers, when drinking any sort of acid or like even like citric fruits can actually hurt you. So you have to start very low.
Well, and I'm saying well before that point. Like if you're, having like issues like at the beginning of it, and then it gets to a point where it's like, oh, they put you on PPIs, and then that completely trashes you. I'm talking before that.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
trying that before you let it go and then get on medication to
Yep.
lower it more. It's such an easy step to just try this at home first. Or don't even wait for shit to happen. Do it now so that you don't ever have that problem. And then, you won't ever have to deal with
Even
it.
though, like,
But
surprisingly, I stopped doing the apple cider vinegar a while ago,
yeah.
and I just stayed with lemon juice and betaine. And now I
Mhm.
ran out of betaine, and I've been too lazy to order more, so I'm just raw dogging it with lemon juice, and I've been fine.
Yeah, yeah, and that's kind of a you shouldn't. That's what I tell clients. I'm like, okay, I like to start with the ACV, and this is obviously considering it's not like a very large, like oh we really got some gut health work to do, but just like basics, starting with that for a handful of weeks, then switching to something like a betaine HCl, and then hey, when we're 6 months down the road and we're really, really in a great spot, internal health wise, we have good habits, we have all these sustainability things in place,
Mhm.
then like we're at a point where like we are, where it's like if we pull that out, it's probably not going to be that big of a deal. Now, the more I push and push food and like obviously and stressors come in, I want that in just to be a, precaution kind of thing.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Especially
But yeah,
stress, even on top of more food, I would say like
yeah.
yeah, if you're stressed, definitely taking enzymes and betaine can help a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just for the fox of it. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
not for the fox of it, but just for like a precaution.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's because a lot of people don't realize, like, even I am aware when I'm like stressed on like a espresso depresso a little bit for whatever reason is. I feel like I'm getting fuller quicker.
Yeah.
I stay full for longer, and it's harder to put down a meal, which is unfortunate because of all the fucking food I have to eat. It
Yep.
makes it even a tougher thing. But
Mm-hmm.
it's incredible how everything works. Once you start paying a little bit more attention, you become a little bit more aware of
Mm-hmm.
your body and how you feel and what that's doing. It's like, oh shit, okay, I need to actually go touch some grass right now, otherwise I'm gonna
Yeah.
be fucked. And speaking of which, I know last week, last show, last episode, I said about like stopping the pinning and everything. Dom actually wanted to increase it. So no, the conversation went like this. Like I told him, like, hey, I'm
You
just.
told him basically no.
I, actually, I told him to give me another week because I I was like I got it into like 3 pens of like 1.5 mls 2 times and then one of like 2 mls. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna end up with a shoulder bulging up to here, but whatever. And and actually, like I did that on Sunday, like the third one. I'm like, okay, that wasn't so bad. Like I can manage 3 pins. And then I think it was Sunday as well or Saturday, where one of the biggest guys at the gym. I was asking him if he was done with the Smith machine, and they were. He told me, it's like, wait, don't use it yet because it's a little bit fucked. Like one of the screws like fell off, so it was loose. So while they were fixing it, we started chatting a little bit. He's like, bro, you're fucking massive, and I'm like, bro, I'm like half your size still. What the fuck?
Eh,
And he's like, how much do you weigh? I'm like, oh, like 226. I'm like, no, there's no way. I'm like, you know that I'm 226. Like, you, there's no way you are that dense, dude. He's like, you look at least like 235, 240. I'm like, I was like, and he started like being like, I'm like, oh.
Facts, yeah.
So all that conversation, long story short, it just gave me like a little boost, and then also
Uh,
not having that little, not being it so much of a hassle to do 3 pins.
yeah.
So then Dom told me, it's like, okay, what I would like to do based on your feedback will be increase a little bit more. But if you're really having these motivation issues, I don't want to increase it now for then having to pull back in the next week or two. So it's like, let me know what you wanna, which way you want to go, and we'll do it. And I'm like, okay, can you actually give me another week to see how I feel because of this?
Yeah.
So I don't know what he wants to increase or how much or for how long. I know for sure it's going to be another at least 4 weeks, but I think like I can manage 3 weekly pins, maybe four, and keep growing because I mean I'm 230 today with no GH, which is probably the highest I've ever been without GH.
Mm,
So that was that plus the other two things that I just mentioned were like a little like, oh yeah, all
boost,
right.
yeah.
I may be able to stretch it out a little bit more. So
Yeah. You said at least another 4 weeks.
sure, if he said like he doesn't
You
want
can
to
do
like
that.
increase and pull back in the next 2 weeks, that means like at least a good three,
Four to
4 weeks
six.
more. Yeah,
Mm,
4 to 6 more. So
yeah.
of what? I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe he wants to push my testosterone to 1,000 now. I don't know.
She. I got like 1,000 is man. That's a good spot.
I've never been to
Hey,
1,000.
man. a
You're like
thousand is good.
rock hard all day.
That that part of it was like unbearable. Like it was like it was a problem.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it was not fun. Not fun at all, dude. I got like 2 weeks until we got Anadrol in. I think next week I got Slin coming in, GH going up.
Oh, you still haven't done Slim?
No.
Bro, I thought you already did start like last week at least. Fuck.
No.
Tell Larry he's taking way too fucking long.
This will be week 4.
And I don't know when was the last time I took a break from insulin actually.
Shit. Shit,
Fuck
I've
it.
never. Yeah, we'll see. It just sucks because like I feel like when insulin and like pre-gym pins and stuff come in, it's like that's when really your day just revolves around bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Like, so because it's just like, yeah, I mean you can bring your pin with you and whatever, but like
I'm still
everything is so
skeptic on like
time
putting a
specific.
needle on public.
Why? Do you have one of the pens, or do you have like where you draw it
No,
for
I
the
draw it.
splint?
I hate
I
the
have one of
pen.
the. Why?
I first of all, it's too much work, ish, and second of all, one of my friends that he used to do the pens for the GH. He told me it's like you gotta be careful because you gotta leave it in for a little bit longer because it always leaks a little bit, and if you're not doing it correctly, you're gonna lose a little bit of GH. It was in this case every single time, and it's gonna like be a waste of money, especially if you got pharma and you're spending that much money. So I don't know. It just seemed like too much of like a things to worry rather than just get the vial and pull or pull from the pen. You can actually pull from the pen.
Hmm.
and it makes it
That
so
I
much
might do.
easier. Huh?
That I might do.
I would always recommend anyone to pull from the pen or just get the vial. Like if you would have gotten the one from Walmart, it's an actual like a big ass vial. So
Mm,
I would have I would recommend you that.
yeah. We'll
Plus, it's
see.
easier if you also need to take it. It's much smaller.
I think I'm gonna be able to pull my food back, and I'm excited.
With insulin, I don't think so.
I don't know, man.
That's a dangerous thing to do, like pulling food back
I
if you have
mean,
insulin.
it wouldn't be like a crazy amount, and I have, like, I mean, I have a good amount of food, and it's not like
How much you eating?
my weight is, huh?
How much you eating? You know?
I don't know, like 37 or something. My weight
It,
has been increasing just a little too quickly recently.
oh, really?
Yeah,
Well,
especially since I went up in GH.
yeah, that would make sense. But I would at least, at the very me, if you're bringing insulin in, I would keep the food as is and see how it does before.
Well, it
Like I,
comes in next week, so I won't be able to tell. It won't be changed until until that. Yeah,
yeah, no, but I was saying like I would not bring insulin in and pull food out at the same time.
no,
That's what I'm
he
saying.
won't do that.
Yeah, I
No.
wouldn't expect him to do that. But I'm
No.
like, if you can stay at the same amount of food, and I mean, you're still fucking lean, dude. Come on,
Eh.
you're still lean. You just don't have your precious abs as you would like to. Stop crying.
No, I don't. They're yeah.
I
I
haven't had
hate
them
being
in three
fat, bro.
years, bro.
That put me to a point where like, yeah, dude, I couldn't do it another day.
Or what?
Like just not prepping. I couldn't do it for like another day. At 3 years is a long time. I hit 4 years before I prepped. I couldn't do it. It's a lot.
I'm not mad.
It's a lot, bro. Mentally.
It's a lot mentally if you're. I mean, if I'm gonna have to be eating another 5,000 calories plus for another year, then yeah, I could see that. But if it's not like pushing food and you're still growing distantly and you're feeling good and everything, then I'm like, yeah,
I just hate not being lean.
yeah, you need to overcome that. That's an issue.
I'll never overcome that. That's why prep is so easy, bro. Cause I'm just like, all right, bet finally.
Yeah.
I waited fucking three,
Oh,
4 years.
especially yeah. Another of the parts of the conversation that I had with this guy, we were talking food wise because I told him and I showed him how I looked on my last show, like stringy as fuck. And he was asking me like how much cardio do you have to do? I was like, well, I was doing 45 in the morning and 30 in the evening. He's like, yeah, I've never done more than 45 in a day. So I'm like, oh, that's nice.
I
But
wish,
then we
man.
started talking about like food wise, and I'm like, I'm eating almost 5,000 calories and I'm not gaining weight pretty much. And he's like, that's a good sign because when you cut, you're not gonna have to lower too much food. So what I was gonna
True.
ask is, what would you prefer? Would you prefer struggle to eat but have it easier to lose weight, like not having to pull much food, or the
That's how
other
it
way
is for
around?
me. That's how it is for me.
Would you prefer
I'll
that
take
or
that
the
all
other way
day.
around?
Yeah, I'll take that all day.
I feel like it's much better, huh?
I would, if you struggle worse with cutting, that's worse than struggling with bulking, 100%. Like prep isn't very like even this last prep like there was definitely like very hard days, but overall like prep is not like super hard for me. Like I'm not like at the end of my that prep I could have kept going for sure.
I think it
100%.
was hard the days that you had a lot of the detail thing to do.
Well, yeah, but that's again anytime I say like prep's not hard, it's always like I'm talking about those responsibilities. If you didn't have life on top, like that's what makes it hard is life on top of it
Yeah.
for me. So, but when I stopped doing that, I just when I hit a point where it started feeling hard, I just stopped doing it. But the only day, like couple days that I remember it being like, oh my God, like I don't know how I'm gonna get through the day, was literally like 2 days. This is both preps now. It's been like this, like 2 days where, carbs were super low. I was depleted as fuck. That was my lowest. Like that week I was like 212 was my lowest weight.
Mm.
Those like couple days, yeah. But like outside of that, eh. And especially just like eating less, that the simple matter of that is not hard for me. But I would much rather have it that way. And like, yeah, eating more and more sucks. I hate that shit. But
Yeah,
I'd rather have it that way than.
I don't think I had like really hard days that like was like dragging ass like badly. If I remember, I'm like, and if I did, just for people to know how insignificant it is that I don't remember it. Like you're gonna have like one day that you feel like absolute dog shit, but if you've made it through, then that's it. The next day is definitely gonna
Yeah.
be better. It's not gonna carry over.
Yeah.
Um,
It should be like that. I
yeah.
remember, I remember when Justin, your old client, my friend, he was like prepping, and he was like 16 weeks out, and I was talking to him. He was like, "Man, like I just feel like shit." I'm like, "You need to pull out now." Like, dude, you're 15 weeks out, and you feel like shit. You need to stop everything that you're doing
This
because
was
that is a
before or after the
huge red
50
flag.
mix
This
of
was
T3.
before you. Yeah, this was before all
No, I
that.
mean the 50 mix of T3. Remember that? This was when you
Uh,
told me on Texas that he was doing 50 mix of T3.
I don't remember. I don't remember that,
That's
but I don't. I probably yeah.
that's like clear as day in my mind. I'm like, what the hell
That's
is
a
someone
lot,
doing with
bro.
50 mics?
Yeah. I think I was doing like I started out with like 6.25 or something, and I think I went up to like
Yeah.
12.5.
Fucking A. Speaking of prep,
Yeah.
one interesting thing that I just caught up actually is the cons of Mod C. This was actually very
Mm.
interesting. I
Which
had,
are?
huh?
Which are?
How much of a band-aid it is. Like, it would have you believing nothing's wrong when everything's going backwards. Like, I
It's
had a guy,
too good at its job,
yeah.
almost.
So I had a guy we were growing, but we were staying at the same weight with like 3,700 calories pretty much, maybe like 35. And when we started prep, we pulled down a good amount. Like, I like the guys to be like healthy, refresh, and then like pull hard and push hard at the beginning and then kind of like ease out. So we took a good amount of food out and we started adding more cardio, not too much. We mostly focused on the food. And then nothing really happened. Week one, week two, and we by this time we brought Mod C, we bring SLU and 5 amino. Week one, nothing. Week two, like nothing. Kind of like the weight increased. Measurements were still going down, so it's like okay, at least that's going down. We pull a little bit down food, a little bit out of more food. Nothing. The next week we add more cardio. Weight starts increasing. I'm like, what the hell? Something's like not working with your body. First we pull SLU, which is sometimes the one that people react to the most because of the higher doses some products have at now. So we took them out. Nothing. Weight kind of like stabilized, dropped a little bit, but they kind of like went out. I'm like, that's weird. And then I told him, don't do cardio today. He told me like his workout was kind of like meh. He ran out of. No, actually, I told him don't do Mod C. And then by Monday, I'm like, okay, don't do cardio today. His weight dropped like 3 pounds.
Mm.
And then the next day, he's like, bro, my workout today was absolute dog shit. Like from the Mod C just wearing off. This was like 2 or 3 days after he stopped. I told him to
Yeah.
stop taking it. And we were like doing 500 micrograms a day, like just a little bit. How much of a yeah, it does its job way too good. Like it was making him feel like I have a lot of energy. My workouts are great. We ended up bringing Reda because he was getting hungry, like very hungry, and we needed to start getting that fat out. He's like, my energy is wonderful. I feel like I can push more, whatever. But it's like, yeah, but pushing more is not working.
Yeah.
So once we pull cardio out, he dropped 3 pounds. Then he started feeling like how he actually feels, and I gave him a little bit more food. His weight dropped just a little bit, like zero point 0.2 pounds from yesterday. Also no cardio, and I told him to repeat the same thing again today. But it's like I don't know if I even like Motsi after that anymore.
What do you think there was like a point at the beginning? Like, was he already in a good spot?
Yeah. He wasn't like shredded, but he also wasn't fat. He still had shape
No,
and
just mean
lines.
like before prep, like just
Yeah.
like overall health wise, like everything
Everything was
seems fine.
good. Temperatures, digestion, bowel movements, everything was great. But then we pulled hard, and then he kept pushing and pushing and pushing. His body just stopped responding, and then started like going up after a little bit. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So I know sometimes body doesn't respond to peptides, but I just wasn't expecting that at all. I'm like, oh shit.
I
So
mean, would you either, regardless of keeping it in or taking it out, the problem would still be there. Like if you handled it how you would handle it with it out while keeping it in, what do you see? Like, what do you see that being negative?
well, the thing is, we gotta consider, was the mod C just revving the mitochondria way too much and kind of causing it to overdrive, because that can happen. You
Yeah.
can't take too much mod C, especially if people are
Maybe he was
sensitive.
fucking up doses. You think?
Huh?
Do you think maybe he was off on doses?
He is very good and very accurate with things, so I wouldn't bet on it. I'm not saying it's impossible. I just wouldn't put that as like my
Yeah.
top choice.
Yeah.
But even still, you should have seen some benefit from the very beginning. But then again, some people may not, some bodies may
Oh,
not
you
just
didn't?
like anything. Oh,
You didn't? You
see
didn't see
any?
any benefit in the beginning?
Yeah, his energy was fucking sky high. Sleep was
Oh.
incredible. Everything was great. It's just the weight was not translating how everything would look like. And he was getting leaner, but just not as the rate you would expect from the pulls we were doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was very odd, but good we catch it. Now we gotta keep it up and see if we need to pull a little bit more. But at least I saw it. I may
What are you
bring
guys
two
using?
in. Huh?
What are you guys using PED wise?
Test mass TQ.
Where are you getting masked? I mean, can't say here, but like what? I, I just don't
No,
trust
so
it. You are using EQ though?
uh,
You are using EQ, you
yeah.
said? I got a client that wants to do a show at the end of the year. And I was telling him, I was talking to him the other day. I was like, there's other things that we could use. He's used EQ before, but I just wasn't super sure on
I'm
it.
gonna be pulling it out soon though.
Yeah.
Probably like 4 weeks out or something. I'm gonna pull it out, so it's just like make sure everything's gone from it.
Yeah.
Some people can hold a little bit of water from it.
Yeah. I,
But yeah, no,
I
for the
would.
mask, I
I know
told
I
him
would.
to stock up, like to get a good like a few vials at once. So he did that.
Of mast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, there are other like either people or even sites that still have it, and it's reputable. So you can get it. It's just like, yeah, is it? I know Larry doesn't like to do that. It's like,
That's what I told him. I was like, Matthias got somebody, but like, and it's not even. I even said to him, I was like, I don't know. I know for me, I don't need it. So, and his guy had Primo. We ended up getting Primo, but I don't know. This shit's going fast. I feel it makes me feel like I'm fucking up my doses.
no, I mean Primo is 100 mix per
I
mil.
know, bro. I hate it.
That's why I was lucky to get a 200 one, 220 actually.
That's nice.
Yeah. Otherwise, I told Dom, it's like, if I cannot get the 220, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like $70 to $100 per 100 meg vial. That goes like super fast.
Not me. Who's
More?
paying that? No, way less. Way less.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Yeah, way less than that.
Well, the only one who had that price was the contact from back when we were in ECA.
I will
So.
never. I will never buy anything from
No, I
that
didn't
guy
buy
ever
it.
again.
I did.
Ever again.
I didn't buy it. That's why I'm like, I'm not doing that. That's insane.
That shit will be water.
Yeah. I got I think it was 80 for the 220. So I'm like, okay, fair enough. So
Yeah.
that will last a lot longer. I'm
Yeah.
not. Same with like people who like doing the propionate esters, and it's usually like 100 mix. I'm like, bro, why?
Literally why? Literally why?
to do piss more often, you're gonna be fucked up.
Fucking ridiculous, dude. I'm
I
excited for the rest of this growth phase, though, man. I'm just, I'm already back to an uncomfortable size, though. I don't like it.
really.
Yeah. 250 sucks.
You wanted to be an open guy, bro. That's nothing.
Yeah, it's gonna get way worse.
Exactly. So
That's
don't
why I said
complain.
I'm already at an uncomfortable size. I'm gonna complain the entire time. What are you talking about? I'm gonna complain about every little piece of it.
Bro, I wanna be like fucking massive, like it's just like bulging piece of muscle, just walking through everywhere and people like staring.
Me too, but not like that though. Not like Derek Lungsford.
Well, Derek looks like that because he's short,
I know
short king,
we're not 5'4", so
exactly. But
it don't
Martin,
matter.
Derek, no, Brett.
Martin does look good though. I love Martin's physique. I do.
Did you see the video from Brett that I sent you?
No,
Story.
no. When did you send me a story?
It wasn't on Instagram. Probably already went away.
It was on Instagram.
Yeah. I always liked Brett.
Oh no, I see it. He's built like a tank.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
I always liked his physique.
Yeah.
Like he has
How much he weigh?
very shape. Too much. I don't know.
Said too much. Clearly not. He's still lean bean.
I think he's doing a show sometime soon. I just
Oh,
don't know
okay.
which one
That makes sense.
because he's getting leaner and leaner, so he has to be prepping for something.
Yeah.
But
I just can't wait till I'm at the size where I don't have to get like those guys are staying.
lean.
No, yeah. Like they don't have 2 years worth of pushing and growing to get like they'll be blowing their fucking weight caps out. Like
Well, but so here's now my question, right? First of all, there's the thing is like, okay, we have proven that we don't need to get overly fat to grow, right? At the same,
I don't fully agree with that. Overly fat, yes. Okay, wait, never mind. Yeah. I
so
mean overly fat.
I'm
Yeah.
talking like Jay Cutler back in the old days, like he was
I'm still convinced those pictures are fake.
AI.
Oh.
Could be, who knows? But I'm talking like that, or like
Yeah.
Lee Priest.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm talking. Like that's to me like is like too much.
That's how I feel right now.
You're far from it. Anyway, now the second is those people like Brett, for example. There has to be something, and this is what I'm thinking. What I believe, like, is there something that I'm missing, or is there something that comes out later at that point? Because those guys that say they need to bring up their legs, and I don't know what it is. If they know something that I don't, if they're, I don't want to say they're taking something that I'm not or something, but they can do that very well in one off season, like
Mm-hmm.
from December to July, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
How?
I mean, so many different factors, but like that's what I'm saying is you're like
Because there's not too much
Look.
growth. Like they're not
look
getting
at the
too much
dude who
fat. So how do they?
look at the dude who grew 80 pounds in a year or whatever, right? His physique, like he just competed. That is fatter than pretty much all
Yeah,
top competitors. You'll never see them look like that,
yeah,
right? Up to a certain point, because he's still got till them, he's massive, but to that to get to that level, he's still got an immense amount of muscle to put on and size to put on. So you have to kind of push the envelope because we're also thinking about the body is like begging you not to get any
yeah.
bigger the entire time. Like even we've been bigger than our bodies want us to be for quite some time
Yeah.
now. So it's like you have to like force that envelope, push that envelope. But once you have that amount of size and you're like, oh well, I have fucking 2 pounds left in my weight cap, the amount of muscle that you need to gain, it might look like they did a shit ton to, to improve whatever body part. But in like grand scheme of things, that's nowhere near the amount of like muscle we have to put on in these off seasons. So they're gonna have to be much, much longer. You know what I mean? We have
Yeah.
so much more muscle to put on. So in terms of like these, I still have this fucking fly in here pissing me off. In terms of like these big guys, like I mean, we have gear in play, obviously, which even though they're not, they're probably not like a lot of people probably think those guys are doing way more than they are. I know 100% they're doing more than I am. Like I'm not doing that much. You know what I mean? So, most of them, at least. But I don't know. It's such a different level. I feel like the body adapts in ways like those. That level is
Okay,
such a
I'm gonna
different.
give another example. Earth.
He put on a lot of size, yeah,
He
but
didn't get overly fat.
but he's not. I would say he's still. I mean, he's definitely still way levels above where I am.
That's what I'm saying. So how could he gain so much size in such a short period of time without going to the extent that the 20-year-old kid did, for example? Because he didn't get that fat. He gained a little bit, but he
Well,
was
that's what I'm
still
saying.
lean.
But that's what I'm saying. If every level, you should have to get less fat. You should be getting less
But
fat.
he gained
Isn't
like
that
40
everybody's goal?
pounds or something like that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Between like his last classic division and literally the next year going for the open debut, he gained like 40 something pounds, I believe, or something crazy in like a year.
Was it 40? Was it 40?
It was an
I thought it was
extravagant number,
25 kg.
even more
Yeah.
points to market, so like 50 plus.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look.
It's 2.2 pounds per kilogram, something like that. So 25 is like 55 or something like that.
I don't know. That's a good amount of weight. I mean, some people's bodies just, no matter what you do, are not going to be able to do that, no matter where you're at.
We are talking about someone also who did have to lose muscle every time he needed to make weight. So that's also something I forgot.
There's always going to be so many variables. But for like, until you're above like well, now that says less, but I was going to say until you're at like a pro level.
Do you think the bigger we get, the more muscle partitioning we are able to get as well?
That's kind of what I was saying earlier, was like, I think like, I'm trying to think of a good analogy.
I have
Like for
one
us,
you.
for us, like we know if we push our bodies right, and we do whether it's a habit or whatever we're trying to rewire our brain to do. If we force ourselves to do it for enough time, it becomes a habit. Then it becomes automatic, and like I always say, the choice to do it gets easier,
Yeah.
right? Then like you have a body where like I would say we seek out challenge. We seek out to have that friction, that adversity. In a physical sense, I think when you're at that point with the androgens and especially these guys whose entire environment is just, I'm going to get better at this. We're not talking going to a job and doing it. We're not talking about all these different variables are out of play. At that point, the body is probably more susceptible to that growth pattern than,
So what you're saying
any
is
other
I
way.
need to stop working. Okay.
Boy, wouldn't that be
Honestly,
nice?
honestly, yeah. Shit, I was gonna say something and I completely forgot. I lost my train of thought. Fuck.
You were going to give another analogy.
Oh, yeah, yeah, thank you. Thank you, actually, yes.
Got
So
you.
the one that I was gonna say is like, have you heard that making your first 10 grand is the
Yeah.
hardest, but then the next one is
Yeah.
easier? It sounds like it's like that. Like getting to X amount of muscle mass is easier, but after you get to that point, making to X amount is harder, but after that point, putting more muscle becomes easier. So it's
Yep.
easier for them to put 10 pounds than for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you think that's-
100%. 100%. Yeah, it wouldn't be that's the thing that logically makes the most sense,
Yeah,
Like
but what
I've
about
been able to.
when you see like I don't want to say studies because it sounds fucking retard, but it's technically that. How like it's easier to put muscle as a beginner than as an experienced athlete because that would be contradicting to what we just said.
Again, for us, I always think of who are these people, because I don't know if there's. I mean, that's kind of a big problem is we don't have a ton of like long term, studies in any category when it comes to solely looking at bodybuilders, and I'm talking bodybuilders that actually do their job
Yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah.
So it's like these people, cool. That may be true. There's, yeah, sure, there's studies to that. But again, what group of people are we looking at? If we're talking about like normal people that work out in a normal way, sure, if you train naturally and you're like thinking you're going to failure and whatever for 10 years, right? You're going to gradually not be able to put on, because you're never taking it to that next level. We understand, we hit that wall, boom, we already know next level time, right? We have to be more intense, we have to hurt more, we have to do more, sometimes, most of the time. Other people, especially when I look at like these studies on this kind of stuff, we're not the type of
Yeah.
people they're talking
No,
about.
good point, good point.
So there's two different areas you want to look at it from.
Yeah, that's a good one. I completely disregarded that aspect. It's like, well, yeah, I mean, they probably didn't do the study on people taking testosterone up to a gram or more.
Yeah, or fucking trend and fucking 12
Oh,
IUs of GH
speaking
and
of which,
like,
do you see the enhanced games?
dude, I saw a clip of that the other day and like I didn't really. It was I saw one. It was like they were asking Brian Johnson a question or something. I didn't even know this was a thing.
Yeah, but I didn't see anything else but the swimming competition. I mean, didn't see it. I just saw on Instagram like clips,
Yeah,
right? But I think it's fucking hilarious.
yeah. I mean,
Like,
bring out the shit people actually want to see.
I know. Well, it, that's another controversy. I saw from another, even like a bodybuilder's, Ian Valier said that he thought it was silly because, I don't know, he's like getting like easy payday from breaking records and whatever because obviously you're
Yeah,
enhanced.
yeah,
But then what truly matters is breaking records by doing it natty in a
yeah,
way.
yeah. I don't know. I've that kind of stuff like gonna be more anything enhanced is gonna be more entertaining. Like, but I've always thought, how long can like NFL, NBA, like how long can these things go on? Because like
Without,
it's the same shit every year, and it gets worse, to be honest. Like football's softer, basketball there's less and less defense every year. Like long term, when are people gonna get bored of this shit?
well,
And
but
like
don't
throw
football people
something else in
take
the mix to
shit
make it,
anyway?
huh?
Don't people playing football take shit anyway?
Hell yeah, that's my point. We're already there. You can't enhance those
Yeah.
games. That's what I'm saying. Like there's got to be some new. Like think about 2055. Like I don't see the NFL in 2055. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know.
Like
I
if
feel
we have
like
flying cars, we shouldn't still be
I
fucking
feel like
trying
for
to score touchdowns.
setting records, the thing with I want to say like doing it enhanced is cheating, but then it's still a record. But at the same time, it's like that's just creating a snowball effect of like there's very little chances of someone natty breaking a record that someone enhanced made. So that's just gonna lead to everyone being enhanced if they want to be record breakers, which kind of like sucks because the ideally for records, I like the idea of keeping it for natty people because obviously they,
Why?
I don't know.
This is my
I
thing.
like the
Like
enhanced games idea. Yeah, I want to see like how fast the fucking human can run, obviously. But I don't know. It's like
it's not like
making
they're.
all the whole world of sports and fitness kind of like competitive bodybuilding. Like if you want to make it, since everyone's enhanced, you're gonna have to be enhanced.
That's already happening.
Not
LeBron is fucking 40 something.
not on the Olympics, like on the natural, like the regular Olympics.
Oh, no, no, no. But
That's what I'm
again,
saying.
here's my thing. This isn't, people aren't fucking making these fucking magic potions like it's Harry Potter or something. This is just shit that we have access to. If you have access to, I don't know, the nicest equipment or this machine that, you know, is going to help you progress faster or whatever it is. Like, you can choose to use that or you can choose
Hey,
to not.
Rocky beat the
This is
shit
just
out of the
another,
Russian guy training in nature. Don't come at me with technology now.
I'm just saying, if it's just another tool in the tool shed. It's you only don't, in my opinion, people like they get upset about it are just typically going to be more upset because they know they can't do it because they're too worried or scared or, which I'm not saying that these things are like good to do. You know, steroids aren't good to do. Like, of course they're not. It's healthier to stay natural, but it's a tool and people choose to use that tool. And if you don't want to, that's fine, but you're not going to be as good as them. It's just, like, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't going to sit here and bitch about being natural and, oh, I can't do anything. Nope. Just give me the
No,
needle, brother.
I agree with that. Obviously, like, yeah, it's more fun to see that, of course. I'm just gonna take an airborne for the facts of it. Well,
What?
huh?
A what?
Airborne? The little vitamin C tabs?
Huh?
I don't know. I have a water here that it's plain as shit, so I'm like, I might as well give it a little taste. Um, I just think like it would be just better in a way, or smarter, or whatever you want to call it, to just keep like the world records for Natty. I don't know. I just feel like in that aspect, it will be good to not allow the enhanced people to set the overall world records, because otherwise, like, who knows?
Wait, are they actually like? So let's say there's a record book, right? And this person in the natural has held this for whatever, and then one of those enhanced people beat it.
I
They're
think that
gonna
just happened
put their
for the
name.
swimming. Yeah,
That's not okay.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. That's not good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's okay if they say like I don't know if they registered it as official, but there was a
That's like when like
big ass
black
sign
people
saying
start
like
playing baseball
world
and shit.
record there. Yeah, so it's like
He said, "Yeah."
seriously, like it's okay. Like, okay, yeah, you brought a world record, but you're not gonna get credit for it because that's just I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. It would, I mean, it would have to be. I don't know, but that's the thing is, so many other. That's really like the only category that people they're really cracking down, making sure people aren't using stuff. I feel
Well, I mean,
like every other professional sport.
I would say like more like the endurance sports, so like swimming, Olympic sports, let's call it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I think like the
Yeah,
world records like should stay for those categories, like like tested categories instead
I
of
don't
like,
think they should be getting their. Yeah, I don't think they should be having someone who's enhanced put above them in
yeah,
like a official record.
yeah,
That's crazy.
because otherwise that would just lead in a chain effect of like where if you want to actually break a world record,
Yeah,
now you have to be enhanced because there's very like the same odds of someone becoming pro or doing well at a pro show, natty, is the same as breaking a record from someone enhanced being a natty. It's like it's not very high, dude. So, if
yeah.
any, so that's what I'm saying. I don't know if they recorded it on the official as an official record, but I know they were like, "Oh, you broke a world record!" Like it was a big deal at the time. So I don't know
Mm,
if they kept it normal, great. If not,
yeah,
that's a little bit fucked up.
I
Like,
bet some people are
imagine
pissed.
how fast a human can like Usain's Bolt record. I don't know if they already broke it. The 9.8 seconds for the what is it was 100 meter, 100
There was
yard.
a couple of young people that broke it actually.
Oh really?
Yeah, yeah. I'm almost positive. I saw a clip because one of them broke the record, and then the other one was like I don't know, a couple like a half second behind him or something.
Imagine someone enhanced 6 seconds. That would,
Probably.
see, that would be very insane to watch, but that's also unfair because obviously you're gonna break it. Like you have to still train your ass off, but if you're enhanced, you're obviously gonna break that record.
You should.
You should. If you don't break it, you're a failure, a fucking loser.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
I don't know. I don't have to worry about that. I don't do Olympic sports,
Yeah,
so
you just need to worry about being 280. Oh, dude.
Fuck that.
Oh, speaking of which, nothing to do about it, but what's with the spider situation?
It's gone.
It disappeared on its own?
No, I killed it.
Oh, yeah, they killed it?
Yeah.
How?
I hit it.
Flamethrower?
No,
I
I
would have.
put. I like knocked it over so it was like on the screen, and then I put a. I put a Tupperware container over him, and then got him in there and put the lid on, and shook it up.
Really?
Then I threw it away.
Dude, I would have burned the shit to pieces. That was,
I couldn't. It would have lit my house on fire.
and I just have an extinguisher to put like a
It's a
line.
big spider, bro.
That was a very big spider. Like,
Yeah,
probably your hand size, huh?
almost.
You got me fucked up. I'm not. I'm tenting the house. I'm like poison gassing the whole house. You know, like
That was
the World
largest
War
spider
II
that I've
style.
ever seen
Kinda.
in person. Yeah,
What was that?
it's probably the largest spider I've ever seen in person.
Yeah.
That wasn't like a tarantula in the zoo or something.
No, no. And you were saying like to move to Florida. I'm like, Florida, it's out the list.
There's a couple trees that are
Bro.
like, I don't know, that's probably 4 or 5 feet apart.
Yeah.
And one night I saw like the web that was between those trees, massive, huge. Yeah,
Absolutely
bro,
not.
not a fan.
Absolutely not. That's
Not a
like,
fan.
imagine Australia. Have you seen the videos from Australia? How do people sleep on that? I cannot fathom how
I
to do
don't
that.
know.
I'm like, no,
You,
absolutely not.
you're
Especially, I'm
a,
afraid of spiders. I'm like, absolutely not.
me too, me too. You're a movie guy, right?
Yeah.
You seen Obsession yet,
No, I want to. Is it good?
brother? Listen, I want everyone to hear me when I say this. I made a post not long ago, and I said one of the biggest failures in our country right now is the movie scene. They make horrible movies, and there hasn't been a really good movie. I've seen the theaters and been like, "Oh, this is a great movie." Hasn't been one in a very
Hey,
long time.
Predator Badlands is good.
No, horrible movies, all really, really bad. There has not been not one singular good movie put out into the theaters in recent years, at all. Now, a few weeks later, I go see Obsession. Changed my mind. That is one of the best movies I've seen in a long time.
I heard, and it's on the
Long time.
it's on track to make like if you haven't already made like 100
It's already over that.
100 million with a 1 million budget or
It
something like
wasn't a
that.
1 million budget. It was like a $75,000 budget.
Yeah, it was a very low budget, but then it's like
Yeah.
crushed it. Yeah, no, I heard good stuff about the movie.
The guy who made the movie, I watch his TikToks all the time. He's like a TikTok, Instagram. I think he did stand up too, but he's like a comedian. He makes like funny skits.
Fuck.
And they're funny, but I didn't expect that from him.
Wow.
And the guy who plays one of the main characters, not the main guy or the main girl, but the secondary main guy, he's in a lot of that guy's skits on Instagram and shit.
Shit.
Damn,
Yeah,
freaking fly,
I
bro.
want to see it. I definitely want to see it. I'm not a
It's a must.
horror movie person, but that seems like the kind
It's
of
not
the
even
horror
like a
movies.
horror
Yeah,
movie,
no,
bro.
I know it's not a horror. It's just like a suspense kind of thing. It's
That's the most uncomfortable I've ever been ever. Like that was really hard to sit through.
oh really?
Yeah. Like I didn't want to sleep next to Kaylee afterwards. I'll just say that.
I asked my sister. We were talking about it, and she's like, she asked me randomly if I seen Smile, the movie.
Yeah.
He
It does remind me of that a little bit.
I didn't see it because that even the poster is traumatizing. But she told me how
That was
her
a pretty scary movie.
yeah. She told me how her boyfriend, like after the movie, like randomly later, like in the day, he was just like staring at her, like smiling with that creepy smile, and she's like, "You got me fucked up right now. Stop doing that."
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
did that
"Yeah,
too.
I'm not watching the movie." See
Once
that?
you see,
Huh?
I was gonna say, once you see Obsession, let me know and I'll tell you how I scared Kaylee. But you gotta watch the movie to
Okay.
be able to tell.
Did you laugh at the video I made about the Pokemon cards? that
She's
was
like,
funny.
no, don't do that.
That was hilarious.
I'm sure she does. And then I realized that that picture was actually a picture you took, and I'm like, damn, he does have a lot.
That's not even a lot compared to other people.
Oh, I bet.
But yeah, no, I was able to thankfully get like a good amount. That I'm just thinking, I'm debating on like, so out of each boxes, to keep at least one or two of each and then sell the rest. But it's like, well, if I can hold them, they will eventually go up in value too. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
I know that's a hard decision.
Yeah, I may do end up selling one like here and there, just to like at least make up for some more of the money, of all the money I spent on that because fuck stuff.
Yeah,
But we'll see. Is
yeah.
Obsession out on any website or anything?
Nah, that's a theater movie, bro. That's a gotta go theater movie.
But Angelica works all the week, and then on the weekends, like,
It's a couple hours. Go one weeknight, bro.
I'll see. All right, maybe. All right, buddy.
All right, Joel.
Anything else you want to touch on before we
Stop being fat. Go to the gym.
stop complaining?
No. Yeah, stop doing that too.
You can complain, but you still gotta be not fat.
Yeah, still do it.
Actually, if you're lean, you can complain. If you're over 20% body fat, you can complain.
I agree with that. Well, I'm probably over 20%.
No, you're not. Not even.
Oh,
It will be a
shit.
miracle if you're even 15. All right, brother.
All right, Joel.
We'll chat soon.
See you back here next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you, everyone. Peace out.